Welcome 23, you're joining me for My First Two Loves, Chapter 50, What's Not Earned. See Mason hold that Air Force envelope in his hands. I couldn't help but think this was about my future too. But I didn't have time for selfish thoughts. This was about Mason's dream. Or at least what we thought was his dream. Well, go on, open it. But what if it's bad news? Then we'll be right here with you. Mason took a deep breath, set his shoulders, and then he tore into the envelope. I watched his face as he read over the first page, trying to decipher his stunned reaction. Was it good, bad, a wait list? Mason, what does it say? I got in. I got in! Congratulate you. Mason, they only accept people at the top of the classes. You're amazing. I knew my grades were good, but I wasn't sure it'd be enough. I'm glad they thought otherwise. Dad, I know you wanted me to get in through the football instead, but Mason, you should be proud that you got in without a scout's help after all. It's quite the feat. But this means I might not be the star quarterback anymore. You know that, right? Getting to be a part of the Air Force is the most important thing. When do they want to meet to talk to logistics? Tomorrow at an aircraft carrier near the coast. I can bring a guest. Perfect. I can't wait to show you around. Oh, well, actually, I plan to bring Emma. I said I'd help her take more pictures for the silent auction, right, Emma? I looked at Mason in confusion, then he nudged me, clearly desperate for me to play along. Yeah, I think a change of scenery would help inspire me. Well, I was hoping to share that experience with you, Mason, but if that's what you want, enjoy your field trip. Principal Jennings headed inside without another word. Mason turned to me, relieved. Thanks for that, Emma. It's been weird with my dad lately, so I really don't want to spend an entire day with him. Since when did he stop caring about football? He always been insistent on me taking his place as an Air Force Academy quarterback. Who knows? Maybe he finally saw how much your own path means to you. The next day, we were in Mason's car, heading south for the coast. I was excited for Mason, but the trip was a bittersweet reminder that we'd each be going somewhere next year. Man, I'm still pinching myself to check if I'm dreaming. My dad made me feel like getting in was a long shot. Mason, don't sell yourself short. You put in the work. I saw it firsthand on the plane yesterday. Thanks for going along with that all of a sudden. It was really important for me to share that part of my life with you. No, I'm glad you did. Now I know what it feels like when you're flying. Mason reached over and rested his hand on my knee with a smile. I took it in my own. But I had an uneasy feeling I was forgetting something. And then my phone buzzed with a text. Yep, you forgot Ava. So, about that college tour thing I was asking about. Oh, crap. I'm so sorry. I totally forgot to get back to you about it. I goofed big time, please forgive me. Don't worry, it's okay, I figured. It's not like we made any concrete plans yet. I still feel bad. Are you mad at me? No way! Promise. Extra super extreme promise. I'm actually at a college tour right now. We'll make it up some other time. It's no biggie. Even through text, I could tell Ava was being genuine when she said she was mad, and this sort of thing happened all the time. Why was it then that I had the awful feeling that I'd missed my shot? Somehow. I'm such an idiot. What's wrong? It's nothing. Look out, our exit's coming up. Traffic was light, so we arrived at the carrier about a half an hour early before our scheduled meeting. As I scanned our surroundings, I couldn't help but be in awe of the scale of the thing. Wow, this aircraft carrier makes planes look tiny. I know the photo thing was an excuse, but I really should take as many pictures as I can of this place while we're here. Yeah, I bet no one else is going to be submitting pictures of an actual aircraft carrier to the silent auction. Need a model? I'd love to pose for you. I have a bit of fun while we're waiting for the recruiter to show. This was my chance to get some unique photos and confide in him about my worries for our future too. This is also Pixelberry's excuse of throwing him at you. Yay! Hurdled love interest. Yay! Let's do it. We're waiting anyway. Consider me your model. Where would you like me? In the ocean. I hear it's really cold. Oh, post up near the jet fighter. It'll frame you real nice. Once he was in position, I uncapped my camera and held it on. Should I do anything? Do a Top Gun pose. You know Top Gun is about the Navy, right? Listen, Mason, I'll smack you. Shut up and just do it. So, it's your favorite movie. Just humor me. Mason immediately took a knee and pretended to hold a helmet up on the other leg. So, do I look like a maverick? You mean the Top Gun character or your dog? In the human case, you look even better. If it's your dog, not even close. Great. For the next one, let's face this way instead. I situated us so we were looking back near the coast. As Mason posed, I took pictures. I tried to think of something to say. So this is where you want to be in a few years, huh? Isn't it great? The sea air, the travel, and did you see the fighter jet back there? Yeah, it's all pretty wild. I tried to keep my sadness out of my voice, but I couldn't. Mason's brow knitted in worry. You okay? I put the lens back on the camera and leaned against the railing. The water lapped against the side of the boat. Mason, we've never been apart more than a summer. How are you going to handle being away for months at a time? Remember when we were 7? You once called me because you thought there was a monster in your closet. I'm sure we'll live. We have modern technology on our side now. We can video chat every day if you want. It's not the same, though. Won't you get lonely? I might, but we're all still figuring out what we want, aren't we? He must have been alluding to my inability to choose between him and Noah. And with Ava in the picture now, he didn't even know the half of it yet. But he was right. I was still figuring that out. Yeah, being seniors in high school will do that to you. Too many choices. I mean, I'll miss you like crazy, but I'm really happy you found something you want. You deserve to carve your own path. Thanks, but I don't know if I would have had the courage if it wasn't for you. The way he looked at me made my face burn. The way his eyes softened at the corners, his lips like he didn't even know he was smiling. That's very smooth, but don't say that to your interview. Why not? I thought it was pretty good. Pretty good if you're hopeless romantic. Mason wrapped me in his arms and shielded me from the wind. I snuggled into his jacket, wanting to stay in that moment for as long as I could. You don't have to worry. I'll make time for you no matter where I am. I know you will. After we took a few more photos, the recruiter showed up. Mason Jennings, I'm Airman Rogers, and your friend is... I'm Emma Price. Nice to meet you both. If you'll just follow me, I'd be happy to give you some of the materials to read over, Mason. I'm so honored to be here. I can't believe I'm at my dream school. The pleasure is ours. You're an exceptionally talented young man, and I'm sure we both know how convincing your father can be. Oh... Ouch. Mason's hand froze over the folder the airman had slid across the desk. What does that mean? My father spoke with you? We're always happy to discuss the concerns with the parent. It's a big decision, after all. Mason's brow furrowed. Did Principal Jennings have a hand in his admission, too? Right. Thanks. I'll review everything and fill out the paperwork. Of course. Looking forward to having you on the team, Mason. We exited the office, and I could see the change on his face in the clear light of the day. I hooked an arm around his. Mason, don't dwell on this. I'm so proud of you. Why should you be? Maybe I didn't earn this. Mason, don't let your dad ruin this for you. You would have gotten in even without him going to bat for you. I wish I could believe that. Let's just go. The whole ride home was quiet, a completely different Mason at the wheel than the one who was so excited earlier that morning. And the worst part was, I couldn't fix it. Mason wasn't the only one thinking about his future. I've been taking pictures every spare moment I could for the silent auction. When photography club came around, I was nervous to share what I'd captured. What if they weren't any good? Emma, you're up. What can you share with us today? Shakily, I pulled my latest photos out of my bag. Emma, you're gonna kill it with the auction with these. Are those black and white? Look who's trying to look all deep and historic here. I feel like people only resort to grayscale when their original picture wasn't that good. My cheeks burned and I felt something twist in my stomach. To my relief, Ava jumped to my defense. That's not true. Hell, you two both had black and white pictures last week. Yeah, you're only mad because it's good. But Miss Larson was so quiet. She had seen so much potential in me. Had I already let her down? Miss Larson, I know I can do better. I didn't feel great about this batch. I'm sure the next one will be... Emma, as artists, we have to be comfortable letting our art speak for itself. But I'm afraid we are just about out of time. We can continue this discussion at our next meeting. As the glass started filling out, Miss Larson finally spoke to me. Emma, stay a moment. There's something we need to discuss. Without further ado, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And in the description below, links to social media, Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. You know, this chapter kind of speaks to me, even though this book is horaciously long, but this book kind of speaks to me. It's truth. Art is supposed to speak to the person. Each person that comes to a piece of art is completely different. Their ideals, their morality, their ethics, a bunch of things can be called into question with a simple picture, a painting, or any artistic representation. Last I checked, what I do kind of falls under that line, don't you think? I take characters that are created, right? They're created and they're given a personality. And then I give them a voice. It's my own artistic representation of the characters that I see. Not everybody agrees with my artistic representation, and not everybody agrees with the voices I give every single character. But again, it's my representation. You know, when a lot of people read books, they either will give characters a voice, or they will read the book in their own voice, and that's it. For me, I give characters a voice. Trust me, I wish I could do 50 million voices. I wish I could sound like Morgan Freeman for a character, and Samuel L. Jackson for another character, George Carlin for one, and so on and so forth. And each character that I have come across, I've tried to give its own unique personality, and I've tried to give its own unique voice, literally and figuratively. You check Cole from Love Hacks. Never has another character before him and after him ever had a voice like that. He was very unique, and that's the voice I gave to him, because it represented some comedians that I knew that I brought together in my own head and gave him that voice. It's just as simple as that. So, yeah, I get a lot of hate for what I do, and again, artists all over the world, for everything they do, get the same thing. There's people who hate, you know, Christopher Sabath and a bunch of voice actors who do this shit for a living. You know, being the voice of Goku and Vegeta and, you know, all these other characters that are brought to life in anime via their voices. A bunch of people give them crap. And then a bunch of people also love their stuff too. So you can't win over both sides, because if that was the point, what would be the point? Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you all later. Peace.